One of the intricacies of Nigerian politics is the formation of alliances as a strategy for political victory and survival. The governor of Delta State, Sheriff Oborevwori, has officially defected from the People's Democratic Party PDP to the ruling All Progressives Congress APC. The governor's chief press secretary, Festus Ahar, confirmed the decision after a closed-door meeting at the government house, Asaba, this Wednesday. Ahar said the decision was reached after wide consultations with political stakeholders and in the interest of long-term development of the state. Governor Oborevwori, who emerged victorious in the 2023 governorship election on the platform of the PDP, was received by senior APC officials in what political analysts describe as a strategic realignment with significant implications for the 2027 elections. A former governor of the state and PDP vice presidential candidate in the 2023 elections, Ifeanyi Okowa, has also dumped the PDP for the APC. Senator James Manager announced the defection in Asaba after a meeting at the government house. Manager stated that all PDP members in the state, the speaker, the state party chairman, all local governments chairman and others have agreed to move to the APC. The days ahead will definitely be interesting. Bobby K, talk to me. The Delta State governor, defecting to the ruling APC. Did you see this coming or are you surprised?
I'm not surprised.
You're not surprised? I
knew it will happen. I knew it was just a matter of time.
You saw the signs?
And I see two other governors coming. Two other governors from the South. I see them coming. I don't want to go further because
exactly.
I'm not part of the APC family. I don't have, I'm not a card-carrying member. And I'd rather leave the APC to sort out their issues.
Okay.
Before now, there had been so many defections to the APC from Delta State. And the governor must have felt that if he remained in the PDP, it would be like a fish out of water. So remember, James Ibori's daughter defected since last year.
Okay.
Some were saying she should lose her seat in the assembly on account of that. And others too. All the three senators from the state are APC senators now. Ned Nwoko led the two other senators into the APC. So remember that the former Deputy Senate President,
Oborevwori, yes.
Oborevwori, not Oborevwori.
Okay,
Oborevwori had been saying that Governor Sheriff Oborevwori must not come into their party. He sensed that Governor Sheriff will come into the party. So he kept saying, no, you are not wanted in APC. You are not wanted. Don't come into APC. APC that does not belong to you. You want to determine whether somebody can join. Of course, his own game is clear. If the governor comes into the party,
it will affect his chance.
Becomes the leader of the party. Because the governor is the leader of the party in the state. Whether it's PDP or APC, is the same thing. Where you have a sitting governor, he automatically becomes the leader. Where you have a former governor, you've not been able to produce a governor.
Okay.
The former governor becomes the leader. When there is no former governor from your party, then the highest ranking political office holder
like a senator,
assumes the leadership.
Okay.
So Oborevwori had always seen himself as a leader, and he's a leader in his own right. And he's been eyeing the governorship. He knows that once the governor comes,
it will affect his chances.
It will affect his chances. Because this thing is by delegate system.
True.
So, and the governor with all the resources at his disposal, you can't come from nowhere and defeat a governor in a primary election. It's not going to be easy, So I saw this coming. In fact, we were discussing this issue, and Kunleshi was sitting here, invariably I had to say, it's enough. Because he was beginning to say, oh, the president is a lot stronger now. He wanted to talk about those who are coming.
Absolutely.
So I had to tell him at that stage to keep his gunpowder dry. As we move on, we see a lot of dramatic things. The undisputed leader of Delta State politics is James Ibori, and James Ibori is close to the president at this time. So those who can project what will happen in the next coming days, they're already seeing a shift, and it's influencing their political behavior. So people like Tompolo, for example, they are with this government. And Tompolo too is strong in his own right. So ultimately now, the political map of Delta State is being redrawn. And a party that had never won election since 1999, PDP had never failed to take Delta State
because they've been
since
there
1999. But for the first time, we have an APC governor. And it's not only that, all the assembly members who are from PDP, they are going to go into APC. The House of Reps members, like their mates in the Senate, they will move into APC. The local government chairmen have already indicated that they are going to move into APC. Remember, the Delta Unity Group were received into APC some days back in Agbo. So these defections will continue to happen as we move inexorably towards 2027. And it will really make 2027 politics very interesting.
Very interesting. All right, Kaidi, what's the implication of these defections? In the politics.
Unlike BKO, I wasn't sure this will happen. Based on some of the factors you mentioned. The fact that this state has been a PDP state
since 1999.
Looks like it's in then, now it's clearer. It looks like a political suicide, for you to just moving to an opposition party. You recall that the likes of Oborevwori, who was a strong candidate, one of the reasons why probably he never became a governor is because he wasn't in the ruling party. However, the implication of this opened our eyes to a lot of factors. PDP is continually balkanized. PDP is obviously depleting seriously. This is a clear scenario that the House is in disarray. We don't know, there is a name called the acting chairman of PDP. Who is he presiding over? Who is he talking to? What weight does he carry? Anyone who is serious is not likely to stay with such a party. When El Rufai said then that that was not his word, when he said, forget PDP, I cannot leave APC and go to PDP, we felt, that was a bit, disingenuous of him. But now it's getting clearer that PDP is totally balkanized. A name, we can still call them the main opposition party. But with what is going on, it is clear that this is a big problem. We are talking about Okoa, the running mate to the presidential candidate in the last election.
I was surprised with that one.
Defecting. We are talking about Delta State. The name Delta is synonymous to PDP. But look at the old indices. We are talking about 3 senators. We're talking about, even when Ned Nwoko made that move, for some of us, we were like, wow, something serious is coming. And it's clear. But trust me, there will be some kind of power tussle in PDP Delta State with Omar Gigi.
They call the party a sinking ship. I mean, what does this mean? Is it that the PDP cannot, no hope of getting their acts right again, or what?
What is happening to PDP is like a typhoon in the desert. The party is receding rapidly, and the earlier they realize it, the better. And they still have battles ahead of them, because Despite his age, Atiku, the perennial contestant, still wants to be the standard bearer of the PDP. And I know that this will cause serious problems because the younger people in the party will ask themselves whether the party was created for the Waziri Adamawa, because he's had so many opportunities without laying his hand on the presidency. He's been a perennial contestant, he's been a perennial litigant. Every opportunity, he throws his hat in the ring. And on many occasions, he gets the nod. This time around, many of their governors will show an interest in the presidency. They are going to slug it out with Atiku. They have resources, they have clout. So maybe his best chance is to move to SDP, because I know that those governors, Bala Mohammed, Rotimi Makinde, Wike, yes, Sheyi Makinde.
Okay.
Rotimi is the former federal lawmaker.
Okay.
You know, Sheyi Makinde and others are also interested,
Okay.
and they know that with Atiku not out of the way, they do not stand a chance. So they are going to slug it out to make sure that Atiku does not get the ticket.